Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. It is Monday morning at 8 a.m. The days have started to blur together a little bit, so yeah. I think it's my mama who's joined. Hopefully it's my mom. If not, hi mama. But anyway, or hello other person. Yeah, so it's 8 a.m. Hopefully you've got your coffee with you. If not, that's fine too. Maybe this will be your warm-up. And we're going to go ahead and get started on hopefully what is a beautiful Monday for you. And hopefully this practice that I'm offering you today is one that will just help you through your day and help you find peace and grounding throughout your day. So slippers off, coffee in hand. And here we go. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Take this off. We're going to go ahead and get started on our backs this morning. Just finding a comfortable space on our backs. Making sure on our backs. And just take a deep, slow breath in through the nose. And exhale, open the mouth. Let it go. Take a full breath in, filling up belly, back, and ribs. And exhale, open the mouth. Let it go. Last time, full breath in. And exhale, let it go. You are here to allow your breath rhythm to return back to its natural state. And gently bring your focus to your breath. Just becoming aware of the rise of the inhale and the fall of the exhale. As you start to settle into your breath, take a moment to just draw the focus to the low belly, and maybe you even bring your hands here. Just becoming aware of the gentle rise of the inhale and the gentle fall of the exhale. Notice this morning where the breath is starting. Notice how the breath moves throughout the body. And become aware of the quality of that breath. Now we want to be really kind and gentle to ourselves in the morning. Just like our mind, our body is still waking up. And so we want to give it space to be able to open up, become aware for the rest of the day. Here, start to deepen the breath. So as you breathe in through the nose, feel the breath push down toward the root of the spine, the base of the spine, the pelvic floor. And then as you breathe out, feel the breath travel to all parts of the body, starting to loosen up the joints, starting to awaken anything that's still asleep. So as you fill up the lungs, take a full breath and feel the breath, the diaphragm press down. And then as you breathe out, feel the breath spread to every part of the body. We'll take one more deep, slow breath in here. And a deep, slow breath out. On your next inhale, start to seal your lips, coming into your Ujjayi Pranayama, your victorious breath. So breathing deeply in through the nose, use the muscles in the back of the throat to draw the breath in. And then as you breathe out through the nose, feel as if you're fogging up a mirror with the exhale. So constricting the muscles in the back of the throat to push the air out. Our Ujjayi breath helps us build internal heat. It helps us find balance within the nervous system. But it more importantly helps us stay present in the current moment. And it helps us understand the shapes in our body in that moment. So breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the nose. So as you come into this breath this morning, start to even out the length of the inhale and the exhale. Maybe you work toward a 4 count, counting in the breath yourself, and then a 4 count exhale. So slow and steady, no rush as we gently awaken the body. One more breath here. And breath out. As you stay with that breath on an inhale, reaching the arms and the legs nice and long, as if you're getting out of bed in the morning. So start to lengthen the spine, establishing the connection between the crown of the head and the root, the base of the spine. So inhales are going to lengthen you, crown of the head through the feet. Exhales are going to feel the low back press into the earth, finding grounding, but still keeping that length, neutral spine. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more breath in, feel the length, feel the spine, the vertebra stack one on top of the other. And then exhale, feel the low back, the rest of the spine ground in toward the earth. As you inhale, draw the right knee into the chest, interlacing the fingers just below the knee. And as you exhale, move the knee, move the thigh just to the outside of the ribs. You can point to your left toes here, coming into our wind relieving pose. So just taking our time here to breathe into this shape. So our spine in the morning tends to be a little bit stiffer, and part of that's due to the disc in between the vertebra. Overnight, they've rehydrated. So as they've rehydrated, they tend to be able to take a less stress and load. So we just want to be gentle. Take one more breath in here, and breath out. This time as you inhale, straighten the right leg up to the sky. Hands can come behind the thighs or behind the calves. Do keep a slight bend in the knee this morning because the hamstrings themselves might be really tight. Feel free to flex the foot or point the foot. So find what feels best for you, working toward that stretch along the back side of the legs. So everything we're doing is with a long, gentle, controlled breath, just so we can wake up the body nice and slow and truly begin to understand where we're at as we go into this day. Let's take one more deep inhale, still through the nose, Ujjayi breath. And deep exhale out through the nose, Ujjayi breath. Inhale, lengthen. Then as you exhale, go ahead and just cross the right leg over the body. Flex the foot here. Doesn't need to touch the ground. We're working into the side of the leg, the IT band. So you can gaze in the opposite direction. And we're getting a gentle twist of the spine when we do that. So gently, again, working into the spine. Nice and slow. 3 Ujjayi breaths. Deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath out through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, breath in. Breath out. As you inhale, keep your straightened leg, bring it back through center. As you exhale, draw the knee toward the chest and the outside of the ribs. Inhale, we'll straighten the leg and pause for the exhale just to reconnect. Notice the differences between the two sides. And we'll move on. So as you inhale, interlace the fingers, place them to the outside of the knee or just right below. And as you exhale, adjust the knee, the thigh, so it comes to the outside of the ribs. We're on the left side of the body. So noticing what's going on in the hip this morning as we do this, putting a little pressure down there to get into the psoas, which is a deep hip muscle. And breathe here, 3 deep Ujjayi breaths. So as you breathe in through the nose, again, it might help you count to 4 to get up to that inhale, and 4 for the exhale. And everybody's breath is different. It's individualized, so take your time. Start to discover what that means for you. And we'll take one more full inhale and full exhale. This time as you inhale through the nose, straighten the leg up to the sky. Slight bend in the knee, feel free to flex the foot or point. Decide what feels best for you, but don't lock the knee. We want to make sure that we're just putting the weight in the muscles and not in the joint. Feel free to bring the hands behind the thigh, behind the calf. Just right underneath the knee. There's a lot of nerves and stuff underneath there. We don't want to put a ton of pressure on that place. So close the eyes, breathe here, deep Ujjayi breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. One more full inhale, full exhale. Once again, inhale. And as you exhale, cross the left leg over the body. So flex the foot here, so toes toward the nose, feeling a stretch along the side of the leg into the IT band. And depending on where you're feeling the tightest, you might feel it all the way up the hip, potentially into the glute as well. Don't worry about the leg needing to touch the ground. Go with where your body's at. Meet yourself as you are, where you're at. 2 more full breaths here. As you inhale, gently bring the leg through center. As you exhale, bend the knee to the outside of the rib cage. On the inhale, bring the right knee into the chest. And as you exhale, reach for the outsides of the feet. Happy baby. So 3 breaths here. Feel free to rock from side to side. Maybe you straighten out one leg on an inhale and the other leg on the exhale. Take your time. Stay with the breath. The shapes help us just get into our breath, help us create more space for more breath, because it's on the breath that our prana, our vital life force, travels. So we want to have that openness in the breath, working toward a smooth quality. Let's take a deep breath in and deep breath out. As you inhale, draw the knees into the chest. Start to bring the hands behind the thighs. And as you exhale, take one rock up to Navasana, boat pose. Flex the toes towards you, heels toward the top of the mat. Feel as if there's a string on the heart lifting you up. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, just tap the right toes down to the earth. Inhale, lifts it up. Exhale, left toes come down. Inhale, up. Exhale, right toes, nice and controlled. Take your time. So that 4 count inhale that you're using as you bring the left toes down takes the whole time to make the shape. One more time each side, nice and slow. And then on your next inhale, if it feels good, rock back. Inhale, rolls you forward. Exhale, rolls you forward, Navasana. Inhale, back and up. Let's take one more. Bring it back. And lift up, Navasana, nice and tall. And then on your next inhale, cross at the ankles and find your way to your neutral tabletop shape. Stacking shoulders over the wrists and the hips over the knees. We're going to pause here as we start to open up the spine. But before we get into any spinal movements, one, fan the fingers nice and wide. Press the palms into the earth. So start to draw the low ribs together and bring the belly button to the spine. As we bring our belly button to the spine, remember, we're not sucking it in. When we do that, we can't breathe. What we want to do is engage through the core to help us find stability and to protect the low back. And remember, our core is not just our front abdominals, it's also our back muscles and our hips. So shoulders are stacked over the wrists, hips are over the knees. Gaze is 6 inches in front of you. Again, long spine, crown of the head forward, hips back. We're keeping that connection that we started when we took the breath. Take one more deep breath in here and deep breath out. Let's begin with some cat-cow. So as you inhale, start from the hips, drop the belly, lift the gaze. As you exhale, draw belly button into spine, round the back, bring that gaze inward. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the back, gaze is the last thing. So orient this shape as you inhale from the hips. And same thing with our cat pose. Move nice and slow. Let's take 3 more full rounds. And as you're taking this movement and as you're breathing, nice and slow, 4 count inhale, 4 count exhale. Notice the spots in the spine where the shape seems to be missing. Maybe you take a moment to pause in that spot. Maybe you go a little bit slower, or maybe you go a little faster. So know what that means for you. And it's okay if you don't have the answer right now. We'll just start to explore. Finishing up where you're at on the inhale, meet in our neutral tabletop shape, nice long spine. On your next exhale, bring your forearms down to the ground. And it's okay to bring the fingertips to interlace here. Really press the forearms into the ground. So we're going to take cat-cows in 3 ways, working through different parts of the body. Lock your forearms to the ground. And this is more of a slow twerk. So we're only using the hips. So as you inhale, tuck the tailbone. Lift the tailbone, other way. And then as you exhale, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, lift the tailbone. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. So keep the shoulders and the upper part of the body out of this movement. Like a slow twerk. We're working into the lumbar portion of the spine. So awakening this portion of the spine. So if you find that your shoulders are really getting involved in this movement, round a little bit through the upper back, press down into the forearms. Still engaging through the core. We'll take 3, 2, and 1. On the inhale, start to come back up to the hands and walk the hands toward the knees. It's almost like we're in an upright child's pose, okay? Really lock our elbows.
press the hands into the ground. So we worked into the lumbar portion of the spine. Now we're going to work into the cervical part of the spine. So we're only doing our cat-cows with our shoulders. So as you inhale, lift up. The neck can get involved at the last breath. And as you exhale, round the back, dome it in. Inhale, open up, feel the shoulders move. Exhale, really round the back, dome it in. Core engaged, low ribs together. Inhale, lift up, open up. Exhale, round the back, dome it in. Let's take 3 more. Really, shoulder blades down and back and up. Shoulder blades start to move and come on up. 2. And 3. Last one. As you inhale, walk back to your neutral tabletop shape. And as you exhale, round the back, dome it in, cat. We'll just take 2 more. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Notice how the spine feels. Exhale, round the back, dome it in. Last time, inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the back, dome it in. On your next inhale, extend your right arm out long and in front of you. Hold and breathe. Try not to move the left hand too much. Keep it stacked underneath the shoulder. Shift your center of gravity a little bit as we extend our right hand. Thumb pointed up. So we're going to move between the external and internal rotation of the shoulder. So as we breathe in, rotate the thumb and the hand rotating from the shoulder so it points down. Try and keep the thumb attached to the hand because it can extend our rotation in a way that may not be natural. And then as you exhale, turn the palm up, external rotation. Inhale, internal rotation, hand, shoulder. So think about rotating from the shoulder here. Exhale, it just rolls back up. So our wrist is nice and straight. Move from the shoulder, down, thumb down, and then open back up. We'll take 1 more. We're just working into our shoulder joint. Inhale down, exhale, open. From here, leading with the shoulder, inhale, reach up, look up. And as you exhale, thread the needle. So right hand comes underneath the left. Draw the right cheek down. Left hand can reach out nice and long, or you can bring the left hand behind you. Let's take 3 breaths in here. So we're finding another twist of the spine. Again, never force your spine to twist. We're just awakening it. Let's take 1 more breath in here and breath out. As you inhale, plant the left hand underneath the shoulder. Open up, inhale, and then exhale, set it down. Go ahead and take a few shoulder rolls, open up. And then we're gonna move over to the left side, just checking our time. Okay, inhale, bring your left arm out long. So adjust the center of gravity, keep weight into the right hand, thighs are pressing toward the middle. Thumb is attached to the hand. So as you inhale, rotate the shoulder down. And then as you exhale, open up the hand, rotating from the shoulder as if you're serving up a platter. So it's just move from the shoulder. I know it's a little challenging. We're like, what are my shoulders supposed to do? It just takes time and practice. And then as you exhale, open it up. So these movements, cars, are helping us just awaken the joint and give it a bit more information so we can be a bit more open and use the joint properly today. Let's take 1 more full breath in and full breath out. So we're still in our tabletop. As you inhale, lift the left arm nice and long, lead with the shoulder, and exhale, thread the needle. Left hand underneath the right. Right hand can extend, right hand can come behind you. Take 3 deep breaths here. So still Ujjayi, still lengthening through the breath. One more deep inhale and deep exhale. As you inhale, plant the right hand underneath the shoulder, left arm reaches up, and exhale sets it down. Planting the hands underneath the shoulders, inhale, step back into a high plank. Hold and breathe. So stack shoulders over the wrists. Notice how the shoulders feel as you come into this high plank. Find a little rounding through the upper back, crown of the head forward, heels behind you. Cinch the low ribs together, trying to knit them to be one. And breathe here. So we've done a little activation of the core, but let's really start to fire it up. Because as we notice our core, we're going to keep it more engaged throughout our practice. 5, 4, 3, 2, breath in. As you exhale, roll back, downward facing dog, our inverted V shape. So to start, if it feels good, let's take a little bit of movement in the body, walking the dog. Maybe rolling back and forth. Taking what you need. And then finding stillness. So let's take one establishing breath here to reconnect if our breath has been lost. So deep breath in through the nose. And a deep breath out through the nose. We want to continue to find that length, keep connection between root and crown. So if you're finding that the back is rounding, bend through the knees. Lift the hips up to the sky. You can stay with bent knees or you can straighten the legs, up to you. Let's take one more full breath in here. And full breath out. As you inhale, lift the right leg to the sky, 5 toes pointed down to the earth. As you exhale, step the right foot slightly in front of the left, 2 separate train tracks. Inhale, left leg floats. Exhale, step it slightly in front of the right, 2 separate train tracks. So inhales are going to lift the leg. Exhales are going to set it down. Keep moving, keep breathing here. Keeping the legs straight as long as you can as you travel toward the front of the mat. We'll meet in a rag doll. So this is a deeper stretch along the back side of the body. Feel free to bend the knees, but do keep the feet hips width distance apart, roughly 2 fists. Head hangs nice and heavy. And for the first couple of breaths, find some stillness. Begin to let the ligaments along the spine release. We do this a lot in yin, or not a lot in yin, but we do this shape in yin to help us find that release. And since it's morning, let's give our bodies a chance to have that release. Again, bend in the knees can be soft, it can be very deep, it's up to you. Take one more breath here and breath out. As you inhale, soft bend in the knees, start to tuck the tailbone and roll up slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. Head will be the very last thing to stack, as the knees are going to be the very last thing to straighten. We'll come into Tadasana, mountain pose. Pausing here, so find your neutral spine. You might tuck the tailbone under slightly. Crown of the head reaches toward the ceiling. So stacking vertebra on top of vertebra without tension, so you can hold it. We'll take one more deep breath in. Deep breath out. As you inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Gaze will follow the thumbs. And as you exhale through a flat back, hinge at the hips, bend at the knees, bow low. Inhale, shift the weight of the hips over the ankles as you lengthen through the spine, halfway lift. And on your exhale, fold. As you inhale, step back, high plank, drop the knees. Hips stay lifted, shoulders shift over the wrists. On the exhale, elbows in, lower all the way down, chest and belly at the same time. Hands plant underneath the shoulders. And inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Bring your fingertips off the mat. Use the back muscles. Inhale fills up the lungs to lift you a little higher. And slowly using the muscles, exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. As we inhale, uncurl the toes, press up, high plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. So different variation of the Sun A today, just to help us strengthen the back. So while we are stretching the back, we want to strengthen it as well. And that's what we're going to be doing with our baby cobra. Let's take one more deep breath in and deep breath out. As you inhale, step or float to the front of the mat, meeting in your flat back, lengthen. Exhale to bow low. Root to rise, inhale, reach up, look up, and exhale, reset. Tadasana, mountain pose. Let's do that 3 more times. Yeah. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, bow low. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, step back, high plank. Drop the knees, shifts the shoulders, and exhale, lower down, chest and belly at the same time. Inhale, baby cobra, engage the back muscles. Exhale, slowly lower. Uncurl the back toes. Inhale, press up, high plank. Exhale, down dog, 3 breaths while I check the time. Perfect. Deep breath in, deep breath out. On your next inhale, step or float to the front of the mat. Find the flat back, pinch your pencil between the shoulder blades. Exhale, bow low. Inhale, root to rise, reach up, look up, and let's continue to flow. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lengthen, so don't skip this. This helps us prepare. And exhale to fold. Nice long spine. Inhale, step back, high plank. Draw the knees down. Exhale, elbows in, lower. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift the hands off. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up, high plank. Exhale, down dog, 3 breaths. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. As you inhale, look to where you're going, step or float, front of the mat, lengthen. Exhale to bow low. Root to rise, inhale, reach up, look up. Last time, exhale, hinge and fold from the hips. Inhale, lengthen, weight of the hips over the ankles, crown of head forward. Exhale, bow. Inhale, high plank. This time, drop the knees, or you can lower all the way down from your high plank. Inhale, baby cobra, lift up. Exhale, lower. Curl the toes under. Inhale, press up, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out, let it go. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out, let it go. One more breath in. Breath out. Sealing back of the lips. As you inhale, step or float, flat back. And as you exhale, fold. Bend through the knees, send the weight of the hips back. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Breathe here. Tuck the tailbone under, lift from the low belly. Weight of the hips is in the heels so you can sink deeper. Breathing here. Palms can touch, hands can come to heart center depending on your shoulders. Also, hands can be hips with shoulders with distance. Sink a little deeper into your hips. Low ribs cinch together. Breathe for 3, 2, sink a little deeper. Inhale. Exhale, bow low. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back, high plank. You can lower the knees, or as you exhale, chaturanga, high plank to low, elbows in. Inhaling, baby cobra, or upward facing dog. Up dog, thighs are lifted up, tops of the feet, shoelace side of the feet on the ground. And then as you exhale, come into your downward facing dog. So deep breath in, deep breath out. As you inhale, float your right leg to the sky. As you exhale, bring knee to chest, belly, or nose. Round through the upper back, shift those shoulders forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round through the back, belly, chest, or nose. Last time, inhale, lift the right leg. And exhale, quietly step the right foot in between the hands, low runner's lunge. Feel free to pick up the foot and move it where you want to. However you get your foot in between your hands is fine, as long as you're breathing. So in our low runner's lunge, knee stacked over the ankle, come to the ball of the back foot as you press the heel behind you. You're still lifted up in the heel. The heel's not going down. It's lengthening up. Crown of the head forward, hips back. Ground down through the big toe mound. And on your next inhale, open up, warrior 2. So your back foot comes down to the ground, back toes pointed toward the long edge of the mat. Arms are going to be reaching out nice and long. So this is think of this as a hip opener. Allow the front thigh to rotate toward the pink hip side of the front foot. And don't let that front knee bow in. Keep it pointing out. Yoga jazz hands. Hands are reaching forward. Energy is sparking from our fingers. Belly button engaged, ribs cinched together. Let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. As you inhale, lift up, star pose. Keep the toes out, the heels slightly in. And as you exhale, goddess squat. Sink low, so pause. Also a hip opener. So focus on rotating the thighs out. Sometimes I like to bring my hands to my thighs and go, okay, gently rotate. One hand to the low belly, one hand to the back. Tuck the tailbone down, lift the belly up. Bring your hands up to cactus arms, goalpost arms. Ooh. Hold and breathe. 5, 4. Think a little deeper. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior 2. As you inhale, lean forward and flip the palm and reverse it as you exhale, reverse warrior. So we're going for a stretch in the side body, a lateral stretch. Stay as low as you can in the front knee. Trust your breath here. Now is where our Ujjayi helps us because it taps into our internal strength. Use the breath. Fingertips reaching behind you, back hand rest lightly, or a half bind if the shoulders feel open enough to do so. Gaze comes up. Take one more breath in, breath out. As you inhale, come back through warrior 2. And on the exhale, bring the right forearm down to the right thigh. Left arm will reach up, extended side angle. So try not to crunch this side of the body, really lengthen. The top hand, it depends on which school of thought you're in. It can be reaching up or palm face down. you can reach the arm forward. One might increase the intensity. One might make it a little easier. It's up to you here. So this might be a good challenge, and that's where you want to work. This might be a challenge, and that's where you want to work. You can decide. Finding the balance between strength and ease in the shape means that where all of the joints are stacking together so you can work through the challenge with the breath. I don't know about you, but my legs are shaking. So let's take one more breath in, breath out. As you inhale, rise up, warrior two. Exhale, frame your front foot. Inhale, step back, high plank. And as you exhale, feel free to drop the knees or lower halfway down. Chaturanga, Dandasana, or all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog, baby cobra. And on the exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in here and a full breath out. As you inhale, float the left leg to the sky, 5 toes pointed down to the earth. Exhale, bring knee to belly, chest, or nose. Round through the upper back, shift the shoulders forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, belly, chest, or nose. Don't be afraid to dome through the back. Get your shoulders involved. Inhale, reach the left leg up. And as you exhale, step the foot in between the hands, finding your low runner's lunge. Lift low belly off the thigh. Then crown of the head forward, tailbone back. Ball of the back foot lifts up, heel presses behind you as if you have a wall. Breathe here. Ground down through the left big toe mound, so the inner arch of the foot. On your next inhale, open up. Warrior two, sink low. So we're pressing through the outer edge of the back foot. Our front knee is stacked over the ankle. Low ribs together, low belly up, tailbone down. Crown of the head lifts up. Arms are reaching out nice and long, yoga jazz hands. Check your back hand, make sure it's not going rogue, okay? Gaze is gonna be out over your front middle finger. It's a soft gaze. It's a light gaze, but you notice all of the details. As you inhale, reach up, star pose. Keep the toes out, heels slightly in. And exhale, sink low. Ooh, goddess squat. Knee stacked over the ankle. Bring your hands to your thighs. Open them up. Lift up, low belly. Tuck tailbone down. Goal post the arms. You can stay here, or for an added challenge, lift up onto the balls of the feet. Maybe the hands come to the heart space. Sink deeper for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, warrior two. Hips back. Keep everything nice and even. As you inhale, reach forward. As you exhale, flip it and reverse it. Reverse warrior. Low in the front knee. Back hand rests gently, light as a feather, or a half bind. Fingertips reach up and back. Find the breath. Side body stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift up, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Left forearm to left thigh. Right hand can reach up, or palm can face down. Try and keep the shoulder a little bit away from the ear, so don't scrunch. It's okay if it naturally moves up there, but if you're holding it up, that's not what we want. Lengthen through the side body. Press through the outer edge of the back foot. Gaze can come up to the hand, or gaze can be down at the foot. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Exhale, frame the front foot. Inhale, step back, high plank. And your version, so you can draw the knees down. You can go through your high plank to low. Upward facing dog, baby cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a deep breath in.
Exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out, let it go. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. From here, draw the knees down to the earth and take a child's pose. Breathe here in your child's pose. Maybe take a sip of your coffee if that calls to you. Take one more full breath in here. And full breath out. From here, come back into your tabletop shape. Lift up, find your high plank once again. Come down to the forearms for this high plank. So the hands can be on 11 or the palms can grasp. Try not to let the hips drop. Keep the hips lifted with the shoulders, crown of the head forward, heels back. Strengthening the core, strengthening the back, strengthening the shoulders. Let's breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2. Take a breath in and hold. 5. Not the breath, the shape. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw the knees down, lower all the way down to the belly. Bring the forehead to the mat and cactus your arms. Zipper the legs. Send the pubic bone, the points of the hip, into the ground. As you inhale, keep a nice neutral spine, gaze on the ground, lift the chest and the shoulders and the back up. And then as you exhale, slowly lower to hover. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, slowly lower. Keep moving, keep breathing here. So we want to really engage the muscles in the back. As you lower, try not to use momentum. Nice and slow and controlled, just as we were doing with our breath. You might not come up very far. That's okay. We're here for 5. For 4. 3, 2, and 1. And lower down. Go ahead and bring one cheek to the mat. Windshield wiper the feet from side to side. We're going to take 2 Shalabhasanas before we come onto our back and take a bridge pose. So forehead on the mat. Zipper your legs, one long mermaid tail. Bring your arms long by your sides. And as you inhale, lift the chest, lift the thighs, lift the arms. So our gaze is still 6 inches in front of us. If we want to lift higher, fill up the lungs and use that to lift you up, engaging through all of the muscles in the back. Take one more breath in. And exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Draw the other cheek to the mat, windshield wiper the feet. So we're going to take another variation here. Forehead to the mat, bring your arms out long in front of you and cupcake your fingers. So imagine you've got cupcakes underneath there. You don't want to ruin the frostings. You're pressing into the fingertips. Zipper the legs. Inhale, lift up. So pressing into the fingertips. Use the fingertips almost to pull you back as you pull the heart forward. See if you can get a little higher. Keep a nice neutral neck. Remember, the spine starts here in the neck. 5. Lift the thighs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower down. As you inhale, hands underneath the shoulders. Exhale, child's pose. Depending on how the shoulders feel, maybe you keep the arms nice and active, or maybe you bring the arms along behind you. Take one full breath in and full breath out. As you inhale, start to sit on up. Scoot your legs around. We're going to take one bridge pose.
So before we lay all the way back down into our bridge, make sure that your feet and your knees are hips width distance apart. You can use your thumb and your pinky finger to make that measurement. And then once you establish that, start to lean onto your back. Keeping that distance, work the heels in toward the glutes. From here, hands pressed on the ground. As you inhale, lift the hips up so they're level with the knees. Walk the shoulders underneath the body if that feels good to you today. And clasp the hands at the seat. If bringing the shoulders under the body doesn't feel good, then keep the hands pressing firmly into the ground. Lift the hips up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower down. Draw the knees in toward the chest, but reach for the outsides of the feet, coming into a happy baby. Keep the low back on the ground. Roll from side to side. Breathing here. From here, draw the feet down to the ground. Keep your left knee bent, right ankle over the left thigh. Flex the foot. You can stay here, or you can lift the left leg, 90-degree angle, and bring the hands underneath the thigh or over the knee for reclined pigeon figure 4. Flex the feet. That's what's helping protect the knee and helping us get into those muscles. So the breath will start to slow now. That doesn't mean it's any less controlled. Come back to that deep inhale and deep exhale. Let's take 5 more breaths here. As you're ready on the inhale, gently bring the left leg down and set the right foot down, keeping the knee bent. Left ankle crosses right thigh. Flex the left foot. As you inhale, lift the right leg 90 degrees. Hands can come behind if you'd like, or in front of the knee. We're going to be here for 8 to 10 very deep breaths. So still breathing in and out through the nose. And being kind and gentle to yourself, meeting yourself where you are at. Take one more breath in. Breath out. As you inhale, draw both knees into the chest. Drop the knees over to the left. Gaze to the right. Gentle supine twist. Inhale, come back through center. And exhale, switch sides. Inhale, come back through center. Draw the knees into the chest. Bring the forehead to the knees. Tense everything up. Create a teeny tiny ball.
And then exhale, let it go. Savasana, final resting pose. Let go of control of the breath. Press the entire spine into the mat and let the ground hold you up. Allow yourself to breathe freely here and breathe easy. Let go of control. Let go of focus. Savasana is a very important part of the practice. We need to practice rest, true rest. And so give yourself a chance here. Just notice what happens when you let go, just a little bit. And begin to feel the weight of your body on the mat. And start to invite some gentle movement back into the body by wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. Taking a full body stretch once again. Reach the arms and the legs long. Feel the length through the spine. And as you're ready, begin to slowly, gently transition to a comfortable seat at the top of the mat. Feel free to sit crisscross applesauce. Feel free to move toward a wall for this last little bit, if that's what calls to you. As you find this seat, find your neutral spine once again. Crown of the head lifts up, base of the spine presses firmly into the earth. Find ease in this posture as well as strength. Let's take a moment here. Feel free to close the eyes or find a soft point for your gaze. And just set your intention for the rest of your day. And take a moment to thank yourself for showing up. And find gratitude where you can today. And we're going to seal this intention in with 10 deep breaths, knowing that this breath can be with you at any point throughout the day, especially if there are challenges or you just need a moment to reset. So slow and gently, we'll inhale for 1. Exhale for 1. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 2. Inhale for 3. Exhale for 3. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Inhale for 6. Exhale for 6. Inhale for 7. Exhale for 7. Inhale for 8. Exhale for 8. Inhale for 9. Exhale for 9. Inhale for 10.
And exhale for 10. Bringing your hands to your heart space. And bowing your heads in a moment of gratitude. Thanking yourself for making time for your mat. And silently thanking those who joined us this morning to create our virtual community. Letting this gratitude carry you throughout the day. We lift our hands to the space between the eyes, the third eye center, the seat of our intuition. Knowing everything you need is already inside. We bow our heads and share a word. Namaste. Thank you, friends. Happy Monday, and I hope to see you all very soon.